So, going to make this very, very short and sweet. I'm going to talk about my favourite feud in wrestling. And I'd like to know what your favourite feud in wrestling is right now. So I'm going to tell you mine, and you'll be very surprised when I say what it is. Because it's going to be me looking at the entire wrestling world. And when I think about it, WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, Dragon Gate USA, Evolve, the rest of the American independent scene including Shikara and CZW, Mexico and Japan, and over in England too, because I do follow the scene over here. If I think about my favourite feud right now in all of wrestling, it's not John Cena and Brock Lesnar, despite what happened yesterday. I wasn't happy about that finish too, but it was a good match, and I have to say Brock impressed me considering he's not professionally wrestled in a long time, or not since 2007 IGF, not since 2007. That's the last time we remember him wrestling. I thought he looked great. Wrong finish though. Not my favourite feud. It's not Daniel Bryan and Sheamus, and I love both guys. It's not James Storm and Robert Roode. It's not what we've got going on in Ring of Honor with Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, although I swear that feud's come to an end. I really need to catch up on Ring of Honor, by the way. It's not what we've got going on with Kevin Steen and Davey Richards, but that match hasn't even happened yet. It's not anything in Ring of Honor. It's quite funny that my favourite feud is actually in FCW. Now, the thought of me saying I enjoyed anything in FCW 3 years ago horrified me. I was like, that place is shit. But I don't know, in the last year FCW has really picked up as a television show, and I recommend anyone out there, that wants to watch something different, from the WWE at least, I recommend watching it right now because it's been very enjoyable, and it's just a good solid 1 hour wrestling program with people I'm interested in seeing. But my favourite feud in FCW and my favourite feud in wrestling right now is actually the feud between Dean Ambrose, the former John Moxley of Dragon Gate USA, CZW, HWA, and a guy that I believe wrestled in Evolve too. A guy that I'm a huge fan of, as you can tell if you've watched my videos. A guy that I believe has got a great future. Dean Ambrose and William Regal. That feud started around the end of last year, and I'm thinking about why I've really enjoyed that feud, because you think about it, they've only ever had one match on FCW TV, and it was really enjoyable, and even though Regal won the match, it left me wanting more, and that's a good thing when you have a match and you want to see more. You want to see another match between the two guys, and Dean Ambrose has done such a great job, as well as Regal. But Dean Ambrose has done such a great job every time he comes on TV since then, that this match, is but he demands this match, and he's desperate for this match, and this match means everything to him, because in his heart of hearts he believes he can beat William Regal. Every time he's talking about it, you can just see it in his demeanour, and he's really selling you on the fact that this means a lot to him, and that he's going to drive himself even more psychotic till he gets that match. And the way Regal has responded to it, and the way Regal has built it up in his own way, has made it interesting too. And the other thing that's made this match so interesting is the fact they've only had one match so far. Every other promotion, well, mainly mainstream WWE and TNA, you have a great feud, you get the first match on pay-per-view, then you get the next, then you get the rematch on Raw, then you get 6 matches after that in the space of a month, and then the feud is completely washed out and burnt out. So there's something to be said there about this feud. The fact they've had one match and they're really building up this rematch, and really building up the fact that Ambrose has to chase Regal to get this rematch, has made this feud mean a lot more. And if you have watched FCW television, or you haven't, I really recommend that you go back and watch some of the material. It's been very fascinating to watch, and he has to go through all these obstacles and all these hoops and all these things so he can get to Regal. And I think that's how pro wrestling should be. I think they should have done this from CM Punk when he had his verbal famous, promo last year, and they didn't. They went somewhere else with it. But the fact is, it's a very fascinating feud, and if you haven't had the chance to see it, I recommend you type it in and have a look. And I'm gonna exit right now, so leave your comments. Tell me what your favorite feud is in wrestling. Actually, whatever promotion, doesn't matter if you think it's silly. Look, if you like freaking Nikki Bella and Layla L, say it. I don't care. I'm not gonna judge you. I mean, their outfits are camel toe-rific, but that's another story altogether. Anyways, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will get back to you too. Get back to you soon too. Bloody hell, so what late nights do to you.